Hello everyone, my name is Cameron Cowan. Welcome to The Living Joke. I will grab Will and Connor in a second. Couple housekeeping things I want to go through first. First of all, make sure to go follow us on Substack, thelivingjoke.substack.com. We have lots of extra gaming content that if you watch this on YouTube is not on YouTube because we do this on the Cameron's Roll channel. Connor's actually starting to upload that to his YouTube channel. We got to coordinate that effort, but because some of those videos I think are sitting on Rumble and it's a whole thing. But all that gets posted to Substack, which is really great. So you want to follow us there for all the extra gaming content, links to streaming. Connor's been streaming that new Hightail game we talked about. It looks dope, but Connor's been streaming. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Streaming WoW. But...
and then we're also on TikTok and Instagram, TLJ_joke. Which is a great place to find stuff, find stories, extra videos that will make they're absolutely hilarious, all this type of thing. And then we're also on Facebook as well. We'll be streaming to Facebook as soon as our page is old enough, but right now you got to watch a Cameron Cowan. But look up The Living Joke on Facebook, and there we are. We have some new fun written content and stuff like that coming out that will start to fill that page up. So make sure to go like it so that you're up to date on everything for your favorite social media platform. What else is there? Oh, yes. So without that, let me go get the guys. Hang on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There we are. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh, how we doing?
Oh, it's a beautiful day in my neighborhood.
It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Still covered in snow, but it is. So
yeah, it's all right.
Yes.
That's the only bummer, but otherwise it's good.
We haven't had any temperatures warm enough to melt a damn thing. So, and I need new coils for my vape, so I got to actually dig out my car tomorrow.
But Valentine's Day is coming up, so it'll melt your heart.
Yes, but not in your hand. Connor got that.
Oh, I know what you meant. I took boat.
But he's the one that chuckled.
Tugboat-san.
Yes, Tugboat's here. Hi, Tugboat.
Tugboat.
Yeah.
Manager Sama.
Somebody has been downstairs an awful lot lately, which has been really cool. So Tugboat Society doesn't hate me anymore, which is nice. No. So
yeah, he chills with Cam on the couch now sometimes.
I know. It's only taken a year and a half, but he's starting to warm up to me.
Yeah, no lie. When Cam moved, I mean, he'll still do it, but he wouldn't ever let Cam get close enough to touch him. But Cam would be sitting on the couch, and Tugboat doesn't have his eyeballs anymore, but he would go over and sit in front of Cam and just stare at him with no eyeballs, because he knew he was there, but he's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know about this guy.
He's been very unsure about me the whole time. But he was downstairs by himself the other day, and I'm kind of like, hey, buddy, this never happens. So it was fun times. But let's dive right into to the stuff. There's a new trend. A new Gen Z has a new trend. And their new trend is they're diagnosing themselves as Chinese.
Oh. Ni hao.
Yeah, that is. Let's just go to the story. Let me bring out.
Diagnosed. Is it an illness?
Oh no.
That's I think Connor. The funny part is they act like they've been stricken with some disease. No, that was COVID, children. That was
you
COVID.
Are Chinese now
already. We already lived through the Kung Flu, so that's.
I mean, Connor did that beautiful rendition of Yao, whatever that song is. That
Oh,
the song that
yes.
everybody loves from China. You got to watch the video of Connor giving that beautiful rendition in
Yes.
fantastic Mandarin too. He's the realest Chella I know.
Yeah, well, according to this article from the spin-off, it says here they drink only hot water, smoke a pack of double happiness cigarettes a day, and top every meal with Lao Gan Ma. They've developed Maoist sympathies and a deep suspicion of American propaganda. They religiously repeat the refrain of Edward Norton at the end of Fight Club, but if he were running an underground mahjong operations of a boxing ring, you met me at a very Chinese time in my life. Meet the self-diagnosed. See, you've met me at a very Chinese time in my life.
Yeah, it's very Chinese. Oh my
Meet the
gosh.
self-diagnosed Chinese, the Western world-based digital natives who wish they could call China their motherland. Since late 2025, a niche social media trend has come to be known as Chinamaxxing, has gripped generations Alpha and Z. The obsession is a solution to an ongoing cultural malaise felt by many young people staring into the grim abyss of the rest of their lives. To achieve inner peace, simply become more Chinese. Too old to be familiar with the trend? That's us. Identify the nearest young person within your radius. Open their TikTok and you'll see it for yourself. There are tutorials on how to look smacks yourself into appearing Chinese or how to repeat Gen Z slang like fuck my chungus life in Mandarin. Recipes for congee and white fungus tea and general musings on what it means to be Chinese. Like, do you have it in you to hate the Japanese? Maybe 5 years ago, it would have been considered culturally appropriative and taboo to try to adopt another's culture as your own. Think the oft-ridiculed weeaboos or Ariana Grande's entire career, and maybe it still is. But while some Chinese netizens have critiqued the craze for its romanticization and simplification of an entire culture, others have welcomed the apparent overthrow of xenophobia with open arms. And it goes on. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But, yeah. Also, Chinese New Year's coming up on February 17th, and so yeah, honestly, this is quite impressive for a country that doesn't have a lot of soft power and doesn't export its culture very well. This is quite impressive that China's starting to get some cultural cachet. Like, it's now cool to be Chinese, you know.
I don't know if I could get
So,
away with Chinamaxxing. I feel like
yeah.
people would yell at me.
Well, you know, it's the hour of Chinamaxxing. It's the hour of Chinamaxxing.
It's the hour of Chinamax
I'm gonna
speech.
double back and point out that they decided to use the word diagnose.
That's the weird part. Like, it's like a spreading disease. I don't understand that.
I only know like 3 words, and I don't even know if it's the right to call it Mandarin, but it's like ni hao and shay shay and bing jiling. Hello, yes, ice cream.
I did save a TikTok video that teaches you a bunch of like insulting things to say in Chinese. I'm like, I should pick these up. I should memorize these. But yeah, it's I do laugh. It's like diagnose. Like, it's not like you're choosing to do this. Like, it's not being sneezed upon you. Again, that was COVID. We already did the Kung Flu. That was a long time ago.
Kung Flu.
Oh
my god, when he called it the Kung Flu.
There are 2 moments where I have absolutely loved Donald Jessica Trump. One was Kung Flu, and the other one was Ron DeSanctimonious. I only refer to Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida as Ron DeSanctimonious. I am not a huge fan of Trump, and anyone that watches the Cameron Drill knows that. But from a linguistic perspective, Trump was cooking on Kung Flu and Ron DeSanctimonious. Like, that was so good.
I liked him ripping on Ted Cruz. You got a dog wife, and then you were lying, Ted. And then when they made up...
Yeah.
Oh, the Wu flu, yeah. But when they made up, he goes, he's no longer lying Ted. He's actually beautiful Ted now.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful guy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But you're absolutely right, Connor, that you can't get diagnosed with this. Like, it's like you're choosing to do this. Like, but apparently if you're constipated, drinking hot water helps you go to the bathroom. So I actually came across one of these posts on TikTok. Someone's like, beware about drinking the hot water if you're Chinamaxxing. It'll send you straight to the bathroom. I'm kind of like, okay, thank you. I didn't need to know that, but thank you.
I mean, I could just go to Buffalo Wild Wings and get some, like, Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, I would, yeah. Same thing, or for me, Popeyes. I'm like, oh, things are stuffed up. Time for some chicken and biscuits because like that'll clean things out.
Let's go down to Panda Express.
That night we ate the sauce, and you were just like being a warrior, and I'm like running around the house like, gosh, my stomach hurts. Give me Pepto.
You were yeah. No, because poor Connor, he comes to my room and he's like, Cameron, do you have any Pepto? I'm like, I don't think so. So I start searching the bags. Connor, I felt so bad. You were so desperate. Like, it
Dude,
was
I
so
was in
sad.
fucking pain.
I know, it was so sad. I'm like, no, the sad thing is I now ended up buying a 2-pack giant bottle pack. We're now well stocked. But it's
in case of emergencies.
In case of emergencies, absolutely. But yeah, I decided after that we're not going to be caught unawares ever again. But yeah, or you can just
acid reflux is a bitch, kids.
I'm just like, you know what? I used to suffer through a lot of stuff. Like I used to be like, oh no, I don't take Tylenol, I don't take Advil, like it'll just pass. I am almost 40 years old. I am 38 in less than 2 months. I don't care anymore. I take the Pepto. I keep the Tylenol. I take all the things now. I don't care. All of the things. I take it all. Yeah.
Old.
I am old. And I take it all. Everything. It's
Give me the pills.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the good drugs.
All of the stuff. So all right, well that's Chinamaxxing. The other one that is kind of funny for this podcast, and we'll get into segment 1, is Disney has a new CEO.
Oh boy.
Finally.
I know. Oh, I forgot to turn on ads for this. Hang on.
Damn it, Variety.
I know, it's Variety. Josh D'Amaro is Disney's next CEO, replacing Bob Iger. So,
he looks sane.
Yeah, it's an interesting
Totally.
Well, yeah.
I feel like he's just staring right through me.
I mean, he some degree probably is. It says he no. I say that because he's the head of the theme. He was the head of the theme parks. That's where he came from in the organization. That the last time Disney did that, they hired Michael Eisner. So Eisner was also head of theme parks before he was CEO, and that didn't end well.
I'm the new CEO of Disney.
Yeah. D'Amaro will take over the top job at Disney from current CEO Bob Iger, who cumulatively has served in the post for nearly 2 decades. The Disney board on Tuesday announced the selection of D'Amaro, currently chairman of Disney Experiences, capping the media giant's extended and closely watched succession drama. The 10 board members, including Iger, unanimously approved D'Amaro's appointment as CEO at a meeting Monday afternoon. It will be effective as of March 18th. At that point, Iger will transition to serving as senior advisor and a member of the Disney board until his retirement from the company on the 31st
Get
of this
the
year.
hell out of here, Bob Iger.
Yep, Iger said in a statement, Josh D'Amaro is an exceptional leader and the right person to become our next CEO. He has an instinctive appreciation of the Disney brand and a deep understanding of what resonates with our audiences, paired with the rigor and attention to detail required to deliver some of our most ambitious projects. His ability to combine creativity with operational excellence is exemplary, and I am thrilled for Josh and the company. So, and so, yeah, so I thought that since we've had some fun dunking on Bob Iger, we can now start dunking on this Josh D'Amaro guy, and go from there. Apparently, they're building a Disney Abu Dhabi, which is interesting. I did not know that. Yeah. So, here's
I can
the
only imagine flying around the roller coaster and you hear "Hela, hela, hela, hela."
Does the park shut down 5 times a day for Muslim prayer? Here's the stupid thing about building stuff in Abu Dhabi. That's not the fun emirate. There's no alcohol allowed in Abu Dhabi. It's the conservative emirate. You want to be in Dubai. There's booze in Dubai. Like, I don't understand. Like, I almost took this job for New York University teaching English, and then I found out that their facility was in Abu Dhabi. I'm like, no. Why in Dubai, in the fun emirate? There's 3 emirates in the UAE, and Abu Dhabi's the unfun emirate. That's the one where they actually follow religious laws and shit. That's the unfun emirate. Don't know why you're putting the magical kingdom in the unfun emirate, but whatever. Anyway, this Josh D'Amaro guy is now the CEO of Disney. So I thought that would be a quick thing to talk about since we've had so much fun dunking on Bob Iger in the past. So, but
Hell yeah. Bob
so
Iger,
that
I'm not sorry to see you go.
yeah. So, yeah, he'll be on the board till the end of the year, and then he'll finally be retired. So, fun times. But that's all my icebreakers and stuff I want to talk about. So now we're into segment one, which is a Connor segment. We have anime, we have WoW Midnight pre-patch, all this type of thing. Lots of stuff. So Connor, take it away and let me know when you want to watch the trailer for Demons of the Shadow Realm.
All right, yeah. The creator of Full Metal Alchemist, Hamaru Arakawa, his recent manga, Shadows of the Daemon Realm, is getting an anime adaptation. Set to release April 2026. I know we're all big Full Metal Alchemist fans here. One of the best anime of all time.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It will be a dark fantasy action adventure with some supernatural aspects. The plot will follow a male protagonist named Yuro who lives a peaceful life until he finds out his twin sister Asa is imprisoned, sending him on his journey to discover secrets of their village and the supernatural world. Take place in a remote village with roots in Japanese mythology. It looks fun. You can play the trailer if you want.
Awesome. Here we go. Oh, let me change to the title real quick. Demons of the Shadow Realm, which I could have been doing while you were talking and forgot. Here we go. Okay.
The animation looks nice, and it does remind me of Full Metal Alchemist a little bit.
It does have that same look, which I love.
That part when I saw that at first, I was like, "Holy shit!" The fucking tower just like spawning out of nowhere. Goddamn cool. The hell was that thing? I only watched the first like 10 seconds.
Oh, fate. The power. Destiny. Consecutive coerce? What does that mean? Coors?
Oh wait, what did that say? Hang on.
Coors. Consecutive
yes.
coors.
Maybe they meant tour, like both seasons together. I'm going to assume that's what they meant. Let's check the comments though. Okay, no one seems to know. Anyway,
no one
course primarily means a lesson, class, or course in French used for subjects like blah blah blah. In anime fandom, core borrowed from French refers to a standard 10 to 13 episode block, roughly a season.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was guessing it was meant.
I have learned something new.
Yeah, because like it's also where we get our word course, like to go through something sort of thing. Thanks to the Norman invasion in 1066. So yeah, that's where I just made that assumption. But I checked the comments real quick to see if we could find anything that was. But yeah, no, Connor figured it out. So yeah, that looks amazing. I'm already sold. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. It looks good. And then let me check something real quick before I move into WoW.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the name of it? I believe we just got season 2 of Hell's Paradise as well.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, you just reminded me also. Record of Ragnarok season 3 is out also.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, well, I know.
So
and Hades is the first fight, looks like.
Oh,
ooh,
boy.
sick.
Well, that's yeah, we'll be watching.
I'm gonna have to watch some of this later.
Yep. I tend not to go back to work after this show, and I'm doubly so because I had a recording before this. So I have a sneaky suspicion I know what we'll be watching this evening. But no, I love this show. I'm ready for it. April 2026. I'm all about it. So it's yeah. So excellent, excellent find, Connor. I don't really follow this stuff, so but fortunately, I have friends that do, and they tell me things, which I appreciate.
If it was, I mean, I would still talk about other anime, but I was like, oh, a creator of an anime that all three of us actually know and like.
which is special because I don't watch that much. I'm famous that I'm not a big anime person, and so it's yes, it's quite impressive that you have discovered this.
What drew you to Full Metal Alchemist that other anime like don't deliver? You feel like?
Um well, as as we know, I appreciate a certain sophistication in storytelling that I feel like Full Metal Alchemist does very well.
Hmm.
Um, it's rich, it's complex, it's complicated. It just it's very grounded. I feel like I could live in that world. I feel like I could walk into it.
Sure.
And so it has a level of realism and groundedness that I appreciate. Will and
Hmm.
I famously disagree with this. Will wants it to be as unrealistic and escapism as possible, and I'm the exact opposite. We're yin and yang sort of thing. But like I feel like I could walk into the world of Full Metal Alchemist and live in it, even despite the fact there's magical elements. In literature, we call that magical realism, where you take a real environment and kind of add magic. That's a literary term.
Yeah, I
Um,
could see it. They kind of replace technology with alchemy.
Yeah, and so I appreciate that aspect to it, but honestly, as with so many things, I fell in love with the characters. So I
Hmm.
watched Full Metal Alchemist the first run weekly on Adult Swim. That's how I first experienced it. And then I watched Brotherhood in a big chunk because we had streaming by that time. But initially, I literally flipped channels into it and was like, okay, I love these people. I'd not watched a lot of anime when that first started to air on Adult Swim. So it was the first time I was kind of like, oh, okay, this is those Japanese shows people do talk on about. But this one I'm into, sort of thing. And so I fell in love with the characters, and it's very character driven. And like I said, I loved it so much that when Brotherhood came out, and they're kind of like, it's the same story, but with modifications and changes, I'm kind of like, well, I want to spend time with these characters again. Back to the beginning. And then I
Yeah.
rewatched that whole arc as well. So I think the only thing I hate about Full Metal Alchemist, the car design is absolutely terrible. All the automobiles
Oh
look
yeah.
awful. They are just the most worst design. GM in the 70s made a better car than is on Full Metal Alchemist. But other than that, the show is so poignant and so touching and so brilliant. And just a lovely place to spend time in. And that is not necessarily true of other things. I have the same thing about Cowboy Bebop. I've rewatched that whole series probably 3-4 times. Um Sort of thing. If I ever see it on TV, I'll stop and watch for 5-10 minutes to see which episode they're on and go on from there if I'm in a hotel room somewhere. But yeah, it was yeah. Sometimes I think I just fall in love with certain characters, and a lot of these big anime franchises, I've really struggled to find a character that I get into. So
Gotcha.
I think that's where I kind of
That
fall
makes
between.
sense.
Yes, but also bearing in mind, and I think the listener kind of forgets, I'm 5 years older than Will and Connor. So the anime thing was something that for them was a big part of their youth that it was not for mine. When I first heard about anime, my best friend Devin Bradley, who taught me how to play Magic, his younger sister was watching anime, and and we were kind of like, that's cool for you. Please leave us alone. Like, stay out of the boys' room. Like, you're 12, we're 17, we don't want to talk to you because we were in high school and we were not cool. And so I really didn't experience much of it till I was in college and they started airing Toonami on Adult Swim. That was how I got into it. So it wasn't a part of my youth. It wasn't the stories I grew up with in the same way that it was for you guys. So I'm probably maybe a little bit pickier than um I would ordinarily be, sort of thing. But oh yes, your house shoes. But I did get Will into Dynasty though, which makes me very happy. So which is a very old '80s TV soap opera with
I'm
Joan
the second
Collins and Linda
punching
Evans.
key. Yeah.
Yes,
No,
yes,
I
I
got
did get Will
drawn
into
into that
Dynasty.
show. It's actually really good.
So yes, we've had some cross cultural, cross generational exchange. I've taken up watching Mashal and Ragnarok and all these anime shows, and now I can make jokes about Alexis Carrington and Will Chuckles now. So that makes me very happy. So
I was
it's
like, oh, and the gay brother got kidnapped, and then there's this
yes.
shoot, and I'm like, he's telling me all this stuff, and I'm just totally wrapped in it.
I remember
It's
like a little
yeah.
while before I left, I came down and you were chilling on the couch, and you're like, "Dude, Cam got me into this show." Dynasty."
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It
so
sounds good though.
it's Dynasty's a lot of fun, and the nice there's a lot of it because this is full network 23 episode seasons, and there's 9 of them plus a movie, so there's a lot to watch and all this type of thing. And so yeah, but I also, I mean, they're the ones that I do love. Some of them are very thin, like Bleach is high on action, thin on plot, because anything takes 3 episodes to accomplish. Different ones
And
along the
it's full
way.
wow.
Yeah. Oh, so many.
Yeah.
It's like
Riddle.
it's like what's this? A plot hole in Bleach? Like what's that? Yeah, and I think it was just but I also, because you guys were watching it and I was passing through and hanging out, I ended up watching the bulk of Neon Genesis Evangelion, which I'd only seen part of. And that was a little bit better. I'd seen some Gundam, which was really cool. I even have some stuff on my media server, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think it's just been hard. I fell in love with Sword Art Online, which was on Netflix, but I fell in love with it and loved it and watched it and religiously and all this type of thing. I just think I may be over picky is probably the problem, but I'm excited
Everyone
for
has
this
their
show.
preferences.
Yes, but I'm excited for this though, which is a lot of fun. The Demon of the Shadow Realm. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then just one last quick mention, because I knew I was forgetting one for Jujutsu Kaisen fans. There is it's been a few months now, since September 8, 2025, we got the new manga, Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo or Mojuro. Big time skip. And I haven't read any, so I don't know what's going on. I just know that Yuji's alive. I don't know if anyone else is alive.
Looking for fingers.
Indeed. Indeed. You want to talk about WoW?
Yeah, WoW isn't going to be long. Just right now we are in the pre-patch for the new expansion, Midnight, which I haven't actually bought yet, but you still get most of the stuff that actually affects the game. You still get, because it wouldn't make sense if you didn't.
Right.
Let's see. Classes got rehauled. So my biggest compliment to the expansion is that a lot of the DPS's classes got reworked in one way. Some of them pretty majorly, and others less so. But still, it feels like a shift. It feels like something that continues to wrap me into WoW, even though it has a lot of glaring problems too. But one of the big positives that I like is that a lot of the characters, when you're playing them, it feels like you're fulfilling like a role fantasy, quote unquote. Like your character's doing something really specific that you enjoy playing. And of course, when you're playing a game where like the majority of what you're doing is pressing buttons, it's important that those buttons feel fun to press. And so the two I'm most impressed by are like a spec that when it first came around, or I first found out about it anyway, was a Survival Hunter. And in theory, the spec was really cool, but to actually play it, I thought it was boring as fuck. You're just like you're a melee hunter with no special nothing special about your rotation. Basically feels the same as a marksmanship hunter, but with melee instead. Now they've completely changed it, and you have all these like, let's see, what are some of your skills? Wildfire bomb and fire flying fast, explosives. You get to blow shit up, and you have a boomstick that you shoot at people. So you're like this explosives expert kind of niche. went from being what I thought was one of the most boring specs in the game to probably what I'm going to main for Midnight because it's very, very fun. And then, of course, they added a new spec for Demon Hunter, which is Devour Demon Hunter. And that's extremely fun to play as well. And I think probably, I would say it's one of the most creative specs they've added to the game. You have a mix of melee and range that you don't just, it's not random which one you spam. Like each one has their purpose that you're going to be using them. It feels intuitive. And you have a soul fragment mechanic, which as you fight with your Devourer Demon Hunter, enemies or other skills you use can drop soul fragments, and when you can collect enough, you get your Void Metamorphosis, which transforms you, buffs some of your abilities, and currently makes, if you're a fan of PvP, makes Devour probably the most bursty spec in the game. Watching spec test during the pre-patch, because a YouTuber I really like, shout out to Snoopy, really good Druid player, but he does, during pre-patches and shit, he'll do like DPS burst damage tests on YouTube. And he just did one recently, and it's like Devour with its stacks and Void Metamorphosis will kill a player like in less than a second. Well, aesthetically, it's a really great class too.
I remember that we had gone through the long trailer with all the updates from before on this, with the new housing and all this type of thing, and you were kind of excited about it and all this sort of thing. So, and now it's almost here.
Yeah, housing looks fun. It's like people have access to it if they pre-ordered Midnight. I haven't gotten it yet, but I probably will. But housing looks really good, and to all the classic Andes that hate transmogs and hate the aesthetic aspect that like WoW that Blizzard has been putting into WoW, I don't agree. I think it's good. I think it's fun. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about Midnight. It's still pretty. What we got a month? We got about a month until the full drop.
Yeah, well, maybe we need to do a if you decide to go ahead and get it, and you're gonna do a stream the first time you have access to it. Maybe we should do a special event. We'll put some marketing behind it so people show up and watch you go through it for the first time. So watch this space.
Yeah, I have been streaming the pre-patch, so
yes. So that's yeah. So watch this space.
Making them numbers go up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trying.
No, we will. Yeah, we'll. When you dive into that, we'll definitely make sure to let everybody know, on the show, on Substack, on social, that Connor's diving into that.
Yeah, if people want to come watch me build a house, wow, play Minecraft and WoW. No,
you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. So it's yeah. I was watching your stream the other night. And I was in the middle of 50 things, of course, but I was watching it and people were into it. So it's good. It's good. So, all right, we're going to get into, the Olympics. Yes. So the Winter Olympics start on, well, they technically have already started doing a lot of their pre-qualifiers and stuff like that, but the official start is on Friday. And the big story this year for the Winter Olympics is this young man who's skating for Team America called Ilia Malinin. And there's actually, not yet, there's a video of him cutting up with Snoop Dogg, but there was a little story on CBS Sunday Morning, because I'm old and watch CBS Sunday Morning like a grandma. There was a story about him on CBS Sunday Morning, and apparently his big thing is he's one of the few people, he calls himself online quad god because he can land a quad axel, which is the only skating jump where you go into it facing frontwards, not backwards. So there's a little bit of video. We'll watch a minute and a
Quad
half.
God.
Quad God, yeah.
The Winter Olympics kick off in
You know,
Italy
you'd love my
Friday.
grandma. She watches
And
Sunday
as
morning
Jonathan
too.
I
Vigliani
know.
tells
That's why I
us,
get along with your
perhaps the
grandma so
biggest
well.
gold medal
Because we
favorite
both
in
find
any
Jane
event
Pauley
is an
comforting.
American
Like,
figure skater.
Talk to her about Rod Stewart. That'll get her going. All right, here
oh
he is.
yeah, yeah,
It's the most
Here
difficult
is the
skill
quad god.
ever performed in figure skating.
yes,
The quad axle.
It's provocative. Wow.
And this
yeah.
is the only person in the world who has ever landed one in competition. His name? Ilia Malinin. And if you haven't heard it before, you will soon. The 21-year-old
another
who
one.
recently won his
Ooh.
4th straight national title is the heavy gold
Whoa.
medal
I
favorite.
mean, that's
for
pretty
this
fucking
year's Olympics.
impressive.
Super
I
impressive.
know.
So
And,
good
yeah.
because he's mastered
He turns
the
into a
quad,
Beyblade. Yep.
a jump
Yep.
with 4 revolutions in the air. How do you do this?
So now we get into the boring part. But and the other fun one is him cutting it up with Snoop, which I found on the Olympics website.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah, dude.
So
He's
I
like,
don't know.
oh,
Let's go.
So they don't really say anything. It's just music. But Snoop is doing a commentary for NBC on the Olympics. So that's gonna be fun. So the Olympics will be fun.
Man,
to,
shit. Look, he dunked that basketball. Looked like a tree. He tall like a tree.
Yeah, and I'm
He
sure
just lights up another blunt in the booth.
yeah, and I'm sure there'll be an appearance from Martha Stewart at some point. So
Co-hosting the Super Bowl.
yeah, well, these days, if you find one, you find the other. It's like, if you find Martha, Snoop Dogg's gonna pop up, and if you find Snoop Dogg, Martha Stewart will float in from somewhere. But yeah, so it was. But anyway, the Winter Olympics are open. They're in Italy, in Milan, way up in the north, and yeah, and the quad god Ilia Malinin is skating for Team USA, and it is quite impressive. But yeah, so the Olympics are so now we can have skeleton, luge, curling, bobsleigh, sled, figure skating, ice dancing, all that fun stuff. So make sure to check that out on NBC and Peacock and all that. And the time zones aren't going to be crazy because it's only in Europe, so that's fun. But
do you guys have a favorite sport you like to watch? Just pick one.
Oh, if I had to just pick one sport to watch?
Yeah, just pick one. Like, what one out of the ones you like to watch?
Olympic events or just anything?
Olympic events.
I'll have to look though.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say boxing, but Olympic boxing isn't the same.
Oh. Cam, what about you?
Couples figure skating. My grandma really loved figure skating growing up, so anytime it was on, grandma was watching. I do love some of the stuff that couples do. Figure skating defies gravity, the laws of physics, and good sense. But I enjoy watching that people are willing to do all that stuff. So,
I do like gymnastics and find it pretty impressive.
Oh,
Especially,
yeah.
I mean, anything any major level athlete does is impressive, but their floor routines are pretty sick.
Mine would be the downhill ski race or snowboard race.
Yes, the snowboarding has gotten quite sophisticated, and I do love a downhill ski record attempt. Those towers are so tall. You don't realize how how far up they are. I've been to 2 Olympic villages, one in Calgary and the other in Lake Placid, New York. And in Calgary, they still use it as a training facility, and I never realized how tall those ski towers were until I saw one in life for the first time and got to go up in one. And I'm just kind of like, I've been in tall buildings all over the world, but this is nuts. And people ski down this. Again, something had to be invented by white people. No black person would have ever thought to do that. Yeah, so we have all the good winter sports coming up, including triathlon, where you ski and you shoot and I forget what the other
that's
part
fun
is.
too, yeah.
Yeah, you ski, you shoot, and I forget the other thing that you do.
You ski some more.
Yeah. So I know biathlon is you ski and shoot, and cross country skiing and all those fun wintry snow sports. So, but yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on Ilya Malinin and quad god, his quad god ways, and spinning in the air like a Beyblade, sort of thing. So, and yeah, so I just wanted to brush by on the Winter Olympics, and the new big story is the quad god dude. So, yeah, and that gets us into segment 3, which you've been waiting all show to do.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna
because
roast some people.
we're gonna talk about the Grammys and all this type of thing. So, um, yeah. So, jump right on in.
All right, so before you pull up those pictures, I'll have you first pull up Chapel Roan. The Grammys were the other night, and yes, there was a lot of drama, a lot of political statements made by some people. Some of the red carpet dresses that I found particularly terrible, per se, in many ways. I just wanted to bring out some honorable mentions here. So I've picked out, what do I have? 3 girls here. Um, yeah. So first
Yeah,
up, we
I'm.
have Chapel Roan, and she is dressed like a trash bag, like a red biohazard bag. She decided to wear this outfit here. It's quite literally like a bed sheet and that you can see through. It's like a curtain almost. She's wearing black underwear and she's got the top of this like bed sheet curtain thing attached with nipple rings, and then the rest is like it's like a totally naked dress with only some embroidery. But yeah, so she out here looking like the tampon stuck in the disposal box. She out here looking like Timu Share. She out here looking like a biohazard bag, looking like the poster child of daddy issues, second only to Bianca Sensori. You better watch your step, or them things about to fly off and blind a kid about 2 blocks away. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Type shit.
I think the other problem with this outfit, and it's
Hmm.
also very obvious from the back, the attaching to the nipple rings thing is kind of cute, but that's been done. The problem is the fabric is so sheer, it has absolutely no structure. So this is like a
No.
very thin chiffon, or maybe just a plain kind of almost translucent polyester. It's probably been dyed this specific color for this specific garment, and it has no weight. It has no weight. I don't even. They probably had to add all that extra fabric just to hold it down, because otherwise it'll just be everywhere, and it's just kind of like, why there's you might as well have shown up in a body glove. Like, it's not working for him. It just is not working for me at all. Also, wrinkles. No, did no one iron? Did no one steam? No, not
No.
good. No.
No. I think it's so sheer that even if like you could have it all clean pressed, like she still has to get there and get in and out of the limo. I feel like it'd be kind of hard.
Yeah, but I also feel like a lot of this could have been helped with an
I also love
underskirt.
we have this short Billie Eilish because she's not all blown up yet and standing next to Chapel Roan.
Yes, here, let me fix that. Here we
Okay,
go. Here we go.
so up next we have Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish was a little controversial because she brought up something about land acknowledgments and stolen land. It was her statement about immigration and whatnot, and nobody is illegal since we're all living on stolen land. Uh, you know, Maybe an out of touch celebrity, maybe a naive young lady wrapped up in her pop star lifestyle. I don't know, but the Indian chiefs of that occupy her where her stolen land is, where her house is. The Indian chiefs have apparently forwarded a notice that they want their land back to her house. So she is now chief, sings with conviction. She's over here dressed like a poverty stricken child, looking like she shopped at the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory outlet, looking like she looking for the golden ticket, looking like Kanye West clothing brand. Yes, that one. Looking like she robbed a homeless man for her fit. Stolen land, bitch. Who'd you steal that outfit from? No one.
because no one would have bought it in the first place. And the shoe, the
She's
shoe
got like
situation.
it looks like my EMS jacket with like half of a varsity sweatshirt draped over it, a tie undershirt, and then pants upside down with a belt used as the skirt. Like, I don't know, you look like the weird substitute teacher that comes in. Like, you don't look,
Yeah.
it doesn't look good. You look weird.
Yeah, and it's giving Japanese schoolgirl, but not in a fun way.
No, it's giving like, yeah, you're trapped in a pit with fucking, I don't know, Gorlock the Destroyer or something.
Gorlock.
Not many options down there.
Right.
Yeah.
This season on Mashal.
Yeah, she looks like she's ready to go to Mashal. Ready for the casting call.
Oh my goodness.
So next up, Lady Gaga, who decided to cosplay as Hades from Clash of the Titans.
Quite so.
I mean,
we're used to Lady Gaga dressing crazy. This woman showed up in an egg. Okay, like we're used to
the meat dress.
Yes, like exactly. Like this is tame by Gaga standards, but go ahead.
Lady Gaga looking like she's gonna throw you to the pits of hell. Lady Gaga looking like The Undertaker just rose up for a WWE SmackDown. Lady Gaga looking like Thresh from League of Legends, looking like she flew there and boy are her wings tired.
All those feathers, she collected them as she flew to make the dress. Yeah.
Looking like she caught the fucking tail end of a 747 flying through a flock of birds.
She was there when Sully had to land that plane in the river.
She was, yes.
Yeah.
And that's all I really got on Lady Gaga. I mean, her dress is all right, but it's just, very, very bird. Very bird.
It's a lot of feathers. It's a
big
lot
bird
of
energy.
Yeah.
That was just a picture of Hades for the audience from Clash of the Titans. For anybody who's watching this visually, that's who I'm talking about.
Okay. I was wondering what the point of this photo was. I'm just kind of like, what did he?
It's a pretty good comparison.
Yeah.
I mean, slide one.
It is.
Slide two. Like, so. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Second to last. We have Miss Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj got a lot of flack for boycotting the Grammys. She got roasted by Mr. Trevor Noah. Boo. The worst Daily Show host. Boo. And but anyway, say what you want about Trevor Noah. He's got a following. There's people that like him. He's not really my cup of tea, but
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, it's he's whatever. Sorry, Trevor Noah fans. No offense. But Nicki Minaj says she's boycotting the Grammys out of principle, and also with a lot of things to do with the new Epstein files exposing a lot of celebrities. If you haven't heard, you aren't looking in the right places. So check that out because it is wild. But I also, from apparently organizers of the Grammys, I have Nicki Minaj was quoted. They are quoted saying, "She is just another like washed up artist looking for attention." And I'm like, that's very ironic because you guys could not stop riding her dick for years about how great she was.
Well, part of that was because of how she came into the industry. So.
Well, yeah. But either way, she's been like massively successful, like multi-platinum, And it's like they're always like, "Oh, Nicki Minaj is so great," and then they're like, "Oh no, now she's just looking for attention because she's washed up." I'm like, okay. But the best thing though about Nicki Minaj is we have a new album to look forward to. It's coming out March 27th of this year, so look forward to that.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't have any roasts for Nicki Minaj. The last thing I have here was Bad Bunny. Mr. Bad Bunny. He accepted a Grammy, and he made a little speech. Some people are saying it's a little controversial, but it was. I get his sentiment and whatever. I think that a lot of the shit is politicized for no reason. Like this is supposed to be a show about celebrating shows and celebrating music. And we don't need, because can we just celebrate the music, please? Like that's what this event is. So whatever. People are critics. Everybody's a critic. But there's a quote. You could put up the video, but if you want to silence it, maybe. Um, Yeah, one of the quotes from his speech I do like. He said, "I want," and his English is not the best, but he said, "I want to say to the people, I know it's tough not to hate in these days. I was thinking sometimes we get contaminados. I don't know what it is in English. He's like, it gets contaminated. We get contaminated from all the negativity and shit is what he's trying to say. The hate gets more powerful with more hate. The only thing that is more powerful than hate is love. So please, we need to be different. We fight. We have to do it with love." And we don't hate them. We love our people. We love our family. And that's the way to do it, with love. Don't forget that. And thank you. So, regardless of everything else, I think that's a very good message coming out from Mr. Bad Bunny. And regardless of how anybody feels about him or his music, but he's correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't he playing the Super Bowl?
Yes. Yes, that big game event that we're not going to talk about this weekend.
Oh, the Superb Owl. Yes.
Yes,
Sorry.
exactly. The NFL is very bitchy about that. Yes, he's the halftime show on Sunday for the Superb Owl. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I mean it'll be good.
And that's
He's
been
a good he's
controversial
a
for months because it's going to
oh.
most of that show is going to be in Spanish. So,
Oh yeah.
although we kind of already had that with Shakira and J-Lo a couple years ago, where he also was on stage. So I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
why are we mad?
I don't understand why people are mad about this.
Yeah, it's yeah. There was also
I'm so glad he beat out J Balvin. Like, who the fuck cares about
No.
Sorry, J Balvin fans, no love for me.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
But
you
yeah,
read the quote from the article, so yeah. No, it's good.
yeah.
It's good.
But yeah, he's looking very, very dapper. But to Bad Bunny's critics, I just have that reaction photo that I love to show that one close up of his face that I think is hilarious. Bring it up nice and large. Look at our boy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was just the face he was making, the way that picture was taken. I just couldn't help but chuckle at it when I zoomed in on it. So, yeah. So if you're a critic of Bad Bunny, that's what that face says it all.
We have to say. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Anyway, that's all I really have about the Grammys. Fun stuff.
No, that's good. No, I appreciated it, and it was it was a fun, very very fun. I definitely watched a bunch of fashion TikToks and whatnot, and was not impressed with much of the fashion at the Grammys this year. The Grammys is always weak on fashion. If you want fashion, you gotta wait for the Oscars or the Emmys. The problem is the Grammys are too fun. Like the Grammys are too fun, and so no one dresses that seriously. So it's yeah. But
Well, tits out, everybody. It's time for the Grammys.
yeah. Yes, and so yeah. Also, the other thing about Nicki Minaj that's been very controversial as of late is she also has been campaigning and aligning with President Trump, and she got the gold. She's Trinidadian, and he gave her the gold Trump card that automatically gets her to be a citizen in America and everything. And there have been a lot of people, obviously, who are more liberal and progressive minded, who feel like there's been a whole betrayal sort of thing and blah blah blah. So there's been a whole swirl. There's been if you want to hear more about that, the Cameron Joel News Hour, Mondays at 7. Same thing with the Epstein Files. Cameron Joel News Hour did a whole hour on Monday. It's on my channel. If you're watching it on YouTube right now, you can just watch it after this.
Sorry, Billie Eilish, but it turns out Nicki Minaj got the golden ticket first. Looking like your grandpa is about to spring to life.
Yes. Well, she has to study for her exams. All that kanji she has to learn. Bookshelf roof.
She's writing her new album to appease the Native Americans. Hey, 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 and it's like
for the 53rd week in a row. Hoya, hoya,
hoya. Hoya.
Oh my goodness. So, well, that brings us to dessert of the 5-course meal. And the only thing I have in dessert is the new Muppet Show trailer for Disney Plus.
Ooh, new Muppet
The
Show.
The Muppets are back.
Okay, everybody knows here I love puppets and Muppets.
Oh my god, no one loves puppet-based media more than Will. You guys have no
Yeah,
idea.
if there's a puppet, I
Like-
generally will sit down and watch. Except for that blue dude who's like a political commentator, like movie reviewer. He
Yeah.
sucks. But otherwise, puppets are cool.
Yes, and so, but here we go.
I would have never met the professor if it wasn't for you.
That's true.
Oh, Rolf, have you been playing this whole time?
Well, what'd you think it was? Some kind of sentimental montage in your head? We're doing the show again, Frog.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my god, it's you! You're my idol.
You're sweet. Go on.
I grew up watching you. My parents grew up watching you. Their parents grew up watching you.
We're so excited.
Look how I turned out! No.
And then this may be starting again, depending on how tonight goes.
I've been burned before.
It's the Muppet Show, and it starts right now. Maybe we're a little rusty.
Isn't it wonderful being
Oh,
back
I
in
love
the
this.
theater and giving the people what they truly want? Moi.
Right.
I just hope they don't work in a Sabrina Carpenter gangbang scene in
Always
this.
been a dream.
Yeah.
Got any other dreams?
It's time to get things started.
That's all.
We're still working out a few kinks.
Oh, that's all right. I love a kink.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, see? Yep, there it is.
I have watched this before, and it was funny that you said that because I'm kind of like, oh, just keep watching.
No.
Just keep watching.
That's why they're
Oh,
doing
yeah.
it.
Haha, we have to insert me being a whore into a children's program.
Yeah.
I mean, let's also face it, the primary audience for this probably isn't children, but yes.
Yeah.
That's, but...
Like, I'm sorry, if you're this is Muppets, they're children. It's like a children's thing.
Yeah,
And it's like she's like doing live performances where she's pretending to get DP'd on stage. Like, that's who you want on your show.
I mean, to be fair, the Muppets have always kind of not Sesame Street. That's very children oriented, but like the
Except
Muppets,
for that Katy Perry episode.
Except for the Katy Perry episode, the Muppets have always been that kind of weird crossover. Like one of the old stars they had back in the day was Rita Moreno, very very sexy, very she was it was the 70s, so it was what we do today, but she was definitely not necessarily, quote unquote for children, all this type of thing. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I would say it plays in that space between, that's the type of joke that kids won't get, but their parents will laugh at. I feel like it's one of those. Weird to put it in the trailer though. That's a decision. So
Yeah.
Josh, whatever his name was from Disney, not off on a good foot already, buddy. I know you don't take over till late March, but look at what Iger's given you.
You already you haven't even started, and you are.
Yeah, you haven't even started, and you fucked it up. You're right, Connor.
Right. So, yeah, it's always played in that weird like kind of a misplaced adult sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, at the same time though, Miss Piggy also called Joan Rivers a bitch one time, so
Yes.
It's and I'm sure they weren't exactly going for a G rating when they wrote this show. So, there's an animated Muppet Baby show for like the real little kids.
Oh
That's,
yeah,
like,
that's
kid
right.
appropriate. This is, let's face it, the vast majority of people watching this will be millennials, people our age.
No, but it's just like it's just because they brand themselves as like a family company.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like, okay, but this doesn't exactly seem like a family thing.
Yeah, aside from the joke, you've chosen one of the most, promiscuous acting
appearing
people out there, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be like the day after Miley Cyrus like twerked on Robin Thicke and then like deep throated a hot dog on stage, and then she's being asked to give a press conference for like the Catholic Children's Association. Like, it's just weird to me. I'm sorry. I'm like, if that makes me weird for saying it, but it just seems odd.
No,
Just in
I'm
a
with you on
general
that.
sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Disney has started to break out of the family mode with a lot of what's happened over the last several years. Let's think about Marvel, let's think about Star Wars, let's think about some of the other stuff that they've owned that they've specifically bought. I mean, I feel like this is the type of show, like, so my friends Jenna and Tim, they'll watch this with their 13-year-old and it will be fine. It's not for the real little kids, but 11, 12, 13, sort of thing. That's kind of okay. I think it's good to expand outward. And like I said, there's a history of that with the show with some of the stars that they've had on for decades. So to me, it's kind of in keeping. Sabrina Carpenter is the Rita Moreno of our day. So,
I feel like that's too much of a compliment.
well, that's true. Rita Moreno was iconic. So that's so that's
The
my insult to Rita Moreno.
the espresso gangbang girl. That's who you have as your star. Okay.
Well, Billie Eilish said no, despite she already had the uniform
Oh,
on.
thank God. At least it's not fucking her. That'd be depressing as shit. At least Sabrina Carpenter is happy.
I know that'd be like hiring Jenna Ortega. Like,
It'd be like hiring what the fuck is my golden girl? Rachel, what's her name from Snow White?
Zegler.
Oh yeah, Rachel Zegler.
Yeah, Rachel Zegler, casting Rachel Zegler. She's like, well, Kermit, that just sounds like a man's problem, doesn't it?
She's like, I've made an executive show decision. I fired all the men, including Kermit. And Miss Piggy's just like, it was just like, what? She's just like,
all
no.
the Muppets are going to be played by various diverse characters of shapes and sizes.
I mean, but the Muppets are already diverse. Gonzo's a whatever. We don't know what Gonzo is.
We
There's
don't
a whole
know. It's a good
movie
thing.
about him not knowing what he is.
That's true. The Muppets in space.
Exactly. Yeah. So the Muppets are already diverse. Rolf is black, obviously.
Well, yeah. That's true. Well, he's a dog.
But black coated.
Are you saying all black people play the piano?
Of course, like all black
Sounds
people.
pretty
own a
racist.
bass.
No.
I know, it's just like all black people have a bass in their basement. This was covered.
Yeah, no, you're right. The one.
And
weird,
no angry comments. I'm black.
No,
Shut up. Stay out of the comment section. Like, out.
My favorite
out.
is like in the Mayhem band, but Zoot, he's like the saxophone player.
Yeah.
And one of my favorites is like, oh, Zoot skipped a groove again, and Zoot is like a heroin addict. They're saying that, oh, he injected so he's all OD'd out. I love that joke. But yeah, another one. You're right. I guess you're right. Joke that kids wouldn't understand.
It's one of those, like, the parents will laugh, but the kids won't get it till they're older sort of thing.
Yeah.
I know we're a little past time, but quick question since we're on the topic and it's been like in our folder for forever. Do you guys have a particular adult joke in a kids movie that you really like? I'll share mine while you think, and ruin. If you're a fan of Lilo and Stitch, I'll ruin your childhood. There's a scene where Stitch is in Lilo's room, and she has like built a city out of. I think Stitch built the city out of blocks or whatever, and he's just like terrorizing it like a monster, kicking it all down, and then Lilo puts something around his neck. It feels like I just give the joke away if I say what it's called. She puts one of those ring of flowers like that they wear around his neck, and it only took me, when I loved the movie when I was a kid, and then I grew up, and I learned that those
the lays.
Yes, they're called lays. And I'm like, oh, it all clicks now. Stitch got laid, and then he's all relaxed. 'Cause, like, as soon as she puts it on him, he's just like, ugh.
Yes. Yes,
That's
yes.
my favorite adult joke in a kids movie.
No, that you're right, that has been in the ideas been for a long time. And we also haven't reacted to bad deviant art yet, because we did that whole big thing with public art, so we gotta sit down and have a production meeting about that. I'm looking, so obviously for me, some of these films, it was a long time ago, so I went to Google real quick to see if I could find a couple that were funny, sort of thing. And there's a BuzzFeed list, of course. And and the one that I absolutely love is from Aladdin, because that was like my favorite movie when I was a kid. And it says, during Aladdin and Jasmine's wedding, the elephant shakes the ground, interrupting the wedding and prompting Genie to say, quote, "I thought the earth wasn't supposed to move until the honeymoon."
Yes.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's.
Thought the Earth wasn't moving to the honeymoon, huh?
Yes. So,
Mine. I mean, it's a toss-up here. I would say if I have to do, I gotta pick two, but one of them is Emperor's New Groove. The scene when Kronk and Yzma are in the jungle and they're both camping, but Kronk only has the tiny tent, and it's meant to signify, like, Yzma's got power and Kronk's her little minion and she treats him poorly. But the deeper joke is that where the tent is just over his waist because he's bitching a tent.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's very good. That's very good. Yeah.
And then I think, in a
almost
Goofy
as good
movie.
as Cinderella and the anal beads.
The rat with the anal beads.
Yeah, so when the necklace breaks and he's putting the beads onto Gus's tail to capture them, anal beads. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some 1950 humor for you.
It's one of my favorite scenes is the other in a Goofy movie. That's a throwback.
Oh yeah.
That movie's pretty hilarious.
I saw that in theaters.
Oh really?
I did, yeah. The Elvis Cinema on 64th and Sheridan in Arvada.
Oh well, done. Cool.
Yeah.
The part at Lester's Possum Park, the creepy amusement sideshow place they go to, and he's like, "My life is a living," and then the guy comes over and sweeps up. He's like, "Hey, hello, buddy." So love that one.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Those are good.
No, there's tons of those, but yeah, so it's no, the other one that was quite legendary was the penis in the castle from The Little Mermaid on some of the old VHS covers.
Oh yeah, on the
one,
original
yeah.
VHS.
Yeah.
I've got knickknacks and dildos and butt plugs and no, I'm just
Right. It's like I have dildos and vibrators galore. Yeah. So if I sing any more of that, YouTube's gonna say it's copyright violation, and fucking Josh tomorrow will be up my butt, in not in a fun way. So
with that stare going hard, with the eyebrows hardcore. Oh my god, scary.
See, I haven't had any Botox. You can tell because my eyebrows are still on where they're supposed to be. So you'll always know whenever I finally get my eyes done and my eyebrows start moving to my head, you'll know I've had my eyes done.
Do you want to take a cruise to see Mr. Epstein?
Hello.
No. Yeah, that's it's although I think the for me, my brow bone is so forward, it would be very hard to do. My eyebrows are already too high. It'd be very hard to do an eyebrow lift. But anyway, if you start seeing them way up here, you'll know. Oh, Cameron got his eyes done.
Cameron has botulism.
Yes.
Face frozen that way.
Yes. Yeah, especially like if there's anywhere I would probably get Botox. Now I'm not going to, but if I were going to, it would be my nasal folds right here. I would get Botox right here. But it's fine. for now. But if I start having to do broadcasts like this, you'll know that I finally got the boat. I finally succumbed to the needle. So
Don't get in the hot tub.
no.
You'll die. You'll.
Yes. Yeah, well, also, sometimes you have to be careful with some of the stuff you do because you can make your fillers go away, so just you don't get as long out of them. Because you get like 3 to 6 months out of them, but sometimes if you take certain medication or you do certain skincare treatments, you actually get rid of it sooner. And there's actually even medication you can take to get rid of all your fillers before you have new ones put in. It's a whole thing.
It's
It's a crazy thing, but
hard being pretty.
it is, yeah. Well, and also, if you want to have any other like surgery done, all of your fillers have to be out, and that takes like a month. So like when you book the surgery, you got to stop getting fillers and then wait a month, take the medication for everything to go out, and then you'll get work done, and they put it all back in. So
yay,
yeah,
fun times.
Anyway, that's a whole other tangent, and this show's gone off the rails, guys. We are 15 minutes after the hour. So, although it's funny, I told Will, I said, I know we're going to go long today because there's a ton to talk about and there's so much in the document that we put together. I'm like, we're going to go long today. And I was right. Lo and behold, here we are. So, but let's get out of here. So, final thoughts and reflections before we pack it up?
No, nothing from me. Stay safe, everybody.
No, peace out, everyone.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for watching. My name is Cam. That's Will. That's Connor. This is The Living Joke. Find us on social media, TLJ_joke, thelivingjoke.substack.com. We will see you next Wednesday. Connor is streaming all the time, so is Will. So check out our Substack for links to all of those things. And we'll see you next week on The Living Joke. Have a great rest of the evening, guys.
See ya.
Goodbye.